This message is specifically for Bernie Sanders and the Democratic National Committee. I don't want them to plot what is going to happen without knowing about this. This is a way of reducing the pollution that's guaranteed, and it's the only one around. This stands for Tradeable Energy Quotas, and it's a rationing system that will make this come true, and this necessary guaranteed reduction happens nowhere else. But for this you need I'd say an island, and so this would involve engaging the citizens of Puerto Rico as a demonstration for how this extremely efficient rationing system works, so that everyone, regardless of income, has a share in a dwindling energy supply. The main thing is it's done intentionally. You can't find any other thing in this country because we have not committed ourselves to doing whatever is necessary. One is that this step system, that's a guaranteed reduction. Nothing else in the country or on the globe guarantees that. The second is that the quota system is a very simple one that guarantees equal access for all income. You're not out because you can't afford it. And I can describe that. That is, these quotas are issued 40% to households equally and at no cost. 60% to businesses, the government, all organizations, and they have to buy theirs at a trade auction, the way they have for government bonds and stuff. And they have to buy what they put in energy in their product. So when you and me and everyone we're all consumers, use our quotas, we don't have to worry about whether we should get this or that. It's a higher price, and we want the lower price. People who are lower income will use less, and they can sell theirs back on the market. So this is a very extremely simple way to do that. And the nice thing is, yes, we should have a demonstration, and Puerto Rico is absolutely wonderful. I didn't even know that Bernie Sanders was concerned about it when I thought about it. But those people really need help, and this would be a very genuine way for them to earn the income from being, let's say, a demonstration for the rest of us when we involve a larger economy. This will get you there, proven, only one. This part is, of course, climate science. You have to know exactly how the whole climate operates. It's very complex, but it's based on fact. And this is developed with that in mind. That is science. On the economics of the rationing and demonstration, I would just say, you know what you demonstrate works. You can try a lesser, smaller, safer example before you go into the bigger one. And this would work perfectly for Puerto Rico, which is in desperate need of income. So I say the economics for Puerto Rico is a win-win. They're going to be doing something wonderful for this country, and they're going to earn money doing it, and they desperately need it. Nobody has established a time and table, and it would be wonderful. It would be done with the climate sciences involved in the step down, the vital first thing you have to do that's going to get us there. And the time it takes to engage Puerto Rico in this is going to be, it might be not even predictable, but it's going to move forward to building something very constructive, and I believe it can be well within this year and plenty time to demonstrate something before the voting this fall. Was an environmentalist in England. Maybe it wasn't a coincidence that it's an island, but his name is David Fleming, and he died 2010, and his work is being carried on by a colleague, Sean Chamberlain. The thing that was unique to me is the twofold incorporation of a won't-fail system. You got to be hard-boiled to do that. And then working out how is the most decent, just, and fair system to have people benefit even while we are getting along on less energy, while we're succeeding for the first time to live on less energy. Lots of people are doing lots of stuff, but it isn't happening. Right now, we're 60% higher than we were when we started with that first meeting of the IPCC in Brazil. So this timetable should go rather smoothly, because I think the Puerto Ricans will be rather interested. And I think Bernie, with his concern for their welfare, and he didn't even know about this, is going to be rather interested. I believe the main components are the novelty, literally, of having a system that works in reducing our reliance on poisonous CO2 energy. And that is fundamental. That is this step down that no one else is doing. And the other main component is a respect for the preferences of people who don't have much money. They still can choose. Would they rather put it in a car, or would they rather sell it, economize, and sell it back on the auction? It was respecting everyone, whether they're rich or they're poor, or they're in between. And for a country like Puerto Rico, I think it'd be a real boost, shot in the arm. And it's a very simple economics to it. When you need something and you need to do something, work out how to do it and how to pay for it. And I think Bernie could do it. Right now, at his intention, it would create a sensation. Nobody's doing it. We're all thinking of ways we can look good, but nothing's happening. It's still increasing every year, the pollution. He does this. Nowhere in the world is it going to happen. But he's doing it. I think he's going to get an enormous boost. And he will boost our morale. How does it look talking about something for so long and putting up nothing but pledges? Hey, we need Bernie doing this. The system is we're doing what we promised to do. This is the opportunity. First, it is this step down that makes guaranteed lowering our pollution. It's something that the fossil fuel industry does not want. It's delivering less energy from fossil fuels, as we promised. And this is what it's called. It's Tradeable Energy Quotas. Tradeable Energy Quotas, a policy framework for peak oil and climate change. And that's exactly what it is. And it's using a country that badly needs to be a demonstration for a very brilliant, actually, rationing system that's fair to everyone. And that was developed by the environmentalist David Fleming. And he would be delighted with this development. It would really do for Puerto Rico as an experimental island, for the rationing system, for our morale, and for Bernie to do what we promised to do. What's wrong with that for a change?